Hey everyone, Ben here with 5 must-have sim racing experiences suitable for beginners or experienced pros, plus a cheeky bonus at the end. Every sim racer owes it to themselves to download Assetto Corsa and explore the modding scene. It might be one of the older sims, but the handling and the physics hold up very well against newer titles, and with the vibrant free and paid for modding scene, the sim racing possibilities are endless. The core title and DLC can usually be picked up for under £25 and in sales, very often for less than that. The base game content is very good, but the modding scene extends to new cars and tracks, as well as free roam environments, the game's UI and content manager, graphics, a new day and night cycle, and even weather too. This is a sim racing rite of passage, and if you haven't taken it yet, you really need to. If Assetto Corsa is fantastic as an offline experience, every sim racer should also give some daily online racing a go. The rush of racing online against fellow human drivers is as close as we're able to get to experiencing what real-world racers do from our sim rig. And the great news is we have more options than ever before for accessible and good quality online racing. Industry giant iRacing and the low-fuel motorsport platform for Assetto Corsa Competizione sit alongside the in-game ranked servers of Race Room and the new base game online mode of R Factor 2, each boasting safety and driver ratings, license classes to unlock, and most featuring multiple splits per race session. If you're worried that you're not good enough for online racing, or that it's just too toxic, my advice is to turn off any in-game voice or text chat and focus on bringing the car home safely in the first instance. From there you'll build in confidence and speed, and there's a decent chance you'll end up just as addicted to it as I am. If the majority of online racing is situated in the here and now, one of the massive joys of sim racing is it allows us to explore the history of motorsport, and with its gorgeous graphics, immersive historic weather data, and fabulous assortment of period cars and tracks, AMS2 provides a wonderful opportunity to do just that. Whether it's multiple generations of historic Formula 1 cars or the power of 90s endurance racing and much more besides, you can do a pretty good job of recreating key races and scenarios from previous decades, and all with a few clicks of a button. The best thing about sim racing is sharing that passion with others, and one of the best ways of doing that is by joining a community. They can come in various shapes and sizes, whether organised around particular sims, YouTube channels, or even league racing. For example, I run a Discord community where viewers of the channel can come and hang out, share experiences, and offer helpful tips and guidance with each other. But we also team up with Lorenzo at LDFR Sim Racing in order to run monthly community races too, like the awesome Mazda races on screen now. You're all very welcome to join, there's a link to the Discord in the description. But really, sim racing communities are where I've had most fun and even made new friends too, so if ever you feel tempted to get involved, you should. Now, this next one is a bit of a challenge if, like me, you don't have lots of time to sim race, but even with a toddler I managed to accumulate enough brownie points with my partner to allow me to compete in the RWB 9 Hours of Spa on ACC alongside Chris Rogers and Jason Spooner, and it was hands down my favourite sim racing experience that I've ever had. Running with over 50 cars on the grid over such an extended period is a massive test of skill, patience, and, well, endurance. It's a totally different dynamic to daily ranked lobbies, and race setup and strategy become a much bigger factor, as of course is teamwork. Honestly, nothing I've done since has compared to the scale of this race, but one day I will take on the 24 Hours of Le Mans. It just might still be a few years off. Right, a final bonus experience for you all, and one which is here as a reminder to myself. Get good at the Nordschleife. It's the most epic racetrack in the world and offers a huge test of ability to make it through a race in one piece. And sim racing allows us all to have at least a small sense of what it's like to do so. And yet, I have to confess, I've spent very little time at the Green Hell, and that's something I'm looking to put right soon. After all, sim racing is all about those new experiences, and this is one that I need to get immersed in. In the meantime, if you're just starting out in sim racing and you want to improve, you might enjoy the video that's up on screen now. And I'll see you on the next one.